are several reasons to go. Well, obviously the Vikings have no chance to win the Super Bowl, at best one and done. And maybe you're right. However, strange things have happened before. We witnessed the 2007 New York Giants go into the playoffs as a wildcard team, run through their NFC opponents all on the road, and take down the 16-0 New England Patriots, one of the greatest teams I've ever seen. Talk to anyone outside of New York in real time, Giants had no business winning that game, but they pulled it off. 2011, Giants again, 9-7 record, beat the 13-3 Patriots for another championship. 2017, Philadelphia, with a backup quarterback. Nobody gave them a chance in the playoffs. They pulled it off. Until you're eliminated, you're still in it. And here's why the Vikings can absolutely win it all this postseason. Number one, Justin Jefferson, best receiver in the league, obviously. Leave him in single coverage, it's a wrap. But let's say the secondary, if they want to double or triple him up, I believe that the coaching staff and Kirk Cousins, they're going to study that Packers game extra hard with the expectation that that's what will be the top priority for opposing defenses. So knowing that information, instead of freezing up or catching a tight butt, whether it's original calls or audibles, they'll take advantage of one-on-one matchups elsewhere, which on the surface sounds great, but it goes deeper than that. KJ Osborne, exceptional the second half of the season. I dogged this man, but he stepped up. I'm good with him. Hockenson and Thielen. For the Hawk, no more drop passes. He makes plays, no doubt, but at the same time, you got to tighten up from the jump. That way you don't have those early mistakes to make up for later on. And Adam Thielen, we got to see that old spark. This team is expecting the pass-catching weapons to make the most of their opportunities. And knowing that Jefferson's going to get most, if not all, the attention, you got to stay ready. I'm choosing to believe that's what's going to happen. Now, at running back, you can't let Dalvin Cook dominate the snaps. I know that Kevin O'Connell, he's a nice guy and doesn't want to hurt feelings, but above all else, the focus has to be winning. A true running back by committee approach gives this team the best chance to win. The offensive line, Oli Udoh, a positive takeaway here. Oli Udoh at right tackle is better than what he was when he played at guard last year, which I know may not be saying much, but at least it's something to maybe feel good about. Garrett Bradbury, the potential return of him would be a huge boost for the protection up front. And if not, it's not necessarily the end of the world. I know it looks bad, but as long as you can account for the pressure that you will face if you're Kirk Cousins, channel Sam Bradford in 2016. Get rid of the ball quickly. Which, with the guard play in these playoffs, going up against guys like Dexter Lawrence and Leonard Williams, if you can make it past the wild card round, you're talking about going up against potential interior defensive lines consisting of Eric Armstead in San Francisco. Yo, that dude's a beast. Real talk, in my opinion, I think he's one of the most underrated players in the league. Javon Hargrave and Fletcher Cox in Philly. You have to go into these playoffs prepared. And part of being prepared is knowing that our offensive line versus any defensive line, knowing that the heat is coming. On defense, the path to the Super Bowl, your likely opponents in the NFC, if the Vikings make it that far, your likely opponents in the NFC, they all have strong run games. I think that Harrison Phillips and Dalvin Tomlinson and Khyiris Tonga, I believe they will hold up their end of the bargain on the Vikings defensive line. Where major improvement is needed, however, is at inside linebacker. Eric Kendricks and Jordan Hicks, you got to finish plays. And it's interesting because Jordan Hicks, at times, his football IQ is suspect, but when he's locked in, it's amazing how he shoots the gap and lays big hits. The problem is he hasn't been consistent enough, but the defensive line, they're going to give you opportunities you got to close out. The pass rush, going back to the path in the NFC. Left tackle Andrew Thomas, Trent Williams, you're going up against some beasts. Perhaps on the right side, you get canceled out. Jordan Mailata is a stud as well in Philadelphia. Speaking of Philadelphia, right tackle Lane Johnson put off surgery after tearing a tendon in his abdominal to play in the postseason. It's going to be tough, but I'm going to believe that you're going to be prepared, damn it, Minnesota Vikings. So I'm calling on Ed Donatel. Channel your inner defensive coordinator of the New York Giants. Channel Wink Martindale. Send the blitzes, baby. That's what it's going to take to generate a pass rush baseline. And with the cornerbacks, especially on the outside, enough with the off coverage crap. And maybe this applies more to Duke Shelley instead of Patrick Peterson, because Peterson has already gotten the green light to do whatever the hell it is that he wants to. But Duke Shelley has played like a borderline shutdown corner. Let him take away that 5 to 6 yard head start and make receivers work for everything that they get. Nothing easy. And Harrison Smith at safety, league-wide tied for 5th in interceptions, along with Patrick Peterson at 5. But Harrison Smith is a Swiss Army knife. You can send him up to the line of scrimmage to blitz, or you can make him play center field as the last line of defense in the passing game. But execution from the players and the coaching staff. If you are going to win this, it's not going to be pretty. No team is perfect. But it's chess, not checkers. Take it one snap at a time, and man, you know what? You've got as good of a chance as anybody in the league.